All right, guys. This week, I'm painting a Indian motorcycle. A lot of little parts to it. It's going to be a candy Brandywine over a metal flake gold base. Let's see if I can get any of that in there. And what I did was I took a stock bike, sanded it down, very little body work needed to it, prepped it for paint, and I started with this Nason, it's called Ford Carrot Gold, I guess. I just picked a color out of the book, something bright, something metallic-y. And I based it with that first, and then I mixed up some, these two flakes into some full base and reduced it. And shot it down, and then I put a 2 or 3 good coats of urethane 2K clear over the top of it. And now I'm to the point where I'm sanding with 800 just to kind of flatten it out a little bit, so when I lay the tape on there, it's you know, sticks there nice. Well, that was a bad one. Well, kind of new to this YouTube stuff, and I screwed this one up already. I showed you the gold base for this bike, and my intent was to show you the tape off and how to measure them off so that you can do this at home if you want it. And I unmasked it and realized I didn't film the tape off. I'll definitely do it on the next bike. There's always a fresh bike in here to be painted. So sorry about that. But I'll definitely do a step-by-step on the next bike that comes in, which I have a couple here already. So the next step for me now that this is on, I had some Indian head vinyl cut. So I got to put those to the tank, and as soon as I do, I'll bring you back in. All right, so I've weeded out the Indian logo. Then I stuck a piece of transfer paper to it. Next step is I'm going to find a location there and stick it on there. As soon as I do, I'll bring it right back. All right, well, I found a placement for it. This is how I tape them up. I'll usually tape the corners, a couple of them, and that way I know when I take this back off, like so, and I peel this transfer paper off, I know right where back to put it again. And I'm going to do that right now, and I'll bring it right back. All right. See that? I stuck it back on there using these cornered pieces of tape as my alignment. And now, when I pull this back here, now I have my spray mask on there. And when I paint this background, this piece will remain metal flake gold. When I get a little bit further, I'll bring you back. All right, so now I've got the pearl black panel with the Indian head, which I've peeled off the vinyl sticker. When you peel these off, they leave a glue residue. So what you want to do is take a piece of tape and just kind of pat it. Pat it. And hopefully the glue will come off of that. So that's what I'll be doing with that. Since I did a black panel here, I also did a black panel on the fender, rear fender also. And I went ahead and added a black panel here on the fairing, where originally I was just going to fog around this in black. But I thought, you know what, maybe it needs a black panel. There's the rear fender with the panel on it. And now what I'm going to do is everywhere I've got it masked off, these are the lid covers for the saddlebags. I'm going to fog around that with a little bit of black, just to give it a little bit more depth when I shoot the candy Brandywine. I'm going to go around all the graphic area. All right, so I'll do that and we'll be back. All masked up. I masked over where the logo and all the black and the graphics were. And I'm getting ready now to just kind of add a dark fade around the panels and the graphics. And since I'm doing that, I went ahead and added, see this 1/8 inch pinstriping? I just went ahead and added that on different parts of the different pieces. And what that's going to do, it's just going to add one more little detail to the paint job. So I'm going to go ahead and add that right now. And what I do is I take some black and some inner coat clear, and I just mix a little black into that inner coat clear, so it makes a you know, a smoke color, and it's still transparent, so you'll still see the metal flake through it. So let me do that, and then I'll show you here in a minute what I've done. All right, so now the black fog is on, and it's just a slight black. You know, it's not going to be black. It's just a thin down base coat black, and it just kind of highlights stuff. I've also removed the tape that I showed you on the last, so when I shoot the candy Brandywine, that will show up through. A couple of the side panels, and of course the bags. Rear fender. And anyways, I'm getting ready to put the candy Brandywine on it, and as soon as I do, I'll show you that. All right, so this is it, with about 6 or 8 or so coats of candy Brandywine, and then 2 coats of inner coat clear, 2 or 3, just to be safe. And then I unmasked all the graphics, and now the next move is going to Scotch Brite everything, just kind of double check everything, and then I'll be putting 2, 3, 4, 5, I never know. Usually it's around between 3 and 5 coats of clear. And then I'll color sand and buff it and give it back to the guy. All right, as soon as I clear coat this, I'll show you guys. All right, so the last stage is to give this a color sand and buff, and that's where we're at. And it's been all buffed out. Some 2000 grit sandpaper wet, and some 3000 over the top of that. Not a gnarly buff out. Just ran sandpaper over it to kill some of the orange peel that was in it. And I buffed it out, and now she's about ready to go. the other saddlebag. The rear fender. Nice and shiny, glossy looking. People appreciate it when you make their paint jobs look shiny. But she's all ready. Guy's coming to pick it up in an hour or so. And you know, the basic thing I was making this video for was to maybe help the guy out at home in the garage, showing him that he too could paint these in your garage. Make a little extra money on the side. Or who knows? Do enough of them, you get good enough, you can open up a shop. Start a whole new career. But this is it, finished product. I hope I was able to help somebody out there. And stay tuned for the next one. I'll do one here pretty soon. Got a couple more bikes sitting here, and more coming all the time, because once you start doing these and word gets out, you become the busiest guy in town. All right, guys. Well, good luck. And keep watching. Thanks.